Okay, welcome to KINNERNET Catalonia 2017 in Santa Cristina. I am Ignasi, who is the director of Fundació Casa Cresques, that is the person, juridical person in charge of this event. We are happy to be able to help all these people, about 120 people all these days in this place, in this beautiful place. And we ask for the people two things, that the people have talent and the people could be strange, because we think that is the mix necessary in order that something could be jam.
Who haven't been yet to an unconference, raise your hand. About 25% have been, 25% haven't been, and 50% have no idea what's going on and what we want from their life. Who have been in an unconference? Raise your hand. Okay, now it's looking a little bit better. Who haven't been into an unconference? Raise your hand. Who didn't raise his hand when I asked to raise your hand? Raise your hand. Okay, so those who have been to an unconference are familiar with the concept. For the benefits of those who are here for the first time, what is an unconference? Unconference is a meeting, but in contrary to usual conferences where you have speakers and program and agenda and everybody knows 3 months ahead of time what he's going to talk about, and everybody is coming with the speakers are coming with their talks, and the audience is sitting and look at them usually like this and is not participating. There is a big glass wall, unseen glass wall between the speakers and the audience, and it's more like staring on an aquarium. These are the fish and here are the audience, no interaction whatsoever. Also, usually the speakers belong to a group of, Johannes, how many speakers are in the world? Maybe 1,500, and they go from one conference to the other, and all the rest never have a chance to speak. Why? Because they are not known. They are not known, so they are not getting the chance to speak. They are not getting the chance to speak, they are not known. So, unconference is trying to level the field, which means everybody has a chance to become a star. Everybody has a chance to speak. Everybody is encouraged to speak, especially usually the people who usually don't speak, because many times the people who don't speak have the most interesting things to say. So in the building you saw these big boards with hours and rooms, and anybody who wants to give a talk or a workshop or demonstration or something, please go to the boards, select a room and or a place and the time, and write what you want to talk about. However, in order for this format to succeed, there are 4 rules which all of you are being requested to follow rigorously. Rule number 1, since many of the speakers usually are not speaking, and some of them are shy, and some of them don't feel comfortable to speak in front of people, please leave all your smart comments and all the ideas, all the comments which their purpose to show that you are smarter than the speaker. Please leave them home. We will do 3 days without these comments. Just encourage the speaker. If he speaks about something interesting, he's entitled to be encouraged because it's interesting. If he's talking nonsense, he's being entitled to be encouraged because he had the guts to go on the stage and speak. So the most important word for the next 3 days is marvelous. Everybody who says something, you scream with all your lungs, marvelous. What do you think about my very inspiring speech so far? Marvelous! Okay, you got it. So, number 1, don't be critical. Number 2, which is also very important, don't suck all the oxygen in the room. You are sitting in a room, there are 20 people, give a chance. I know that you are the smartest and you have to say the most interesting thing. Moderate yourself. Don't Don't overdo it, don't be over anxious, because this is very toxic. If you suck the oxygen in the room, you create one of two things. Some of the people will become very competitive, and they will try to show that they are smarter than you, and some people will check out. So you want to say something, say it, but moderately, and leave enough space to your friends. So this is rule number 2. Rule number 3, this event is not for doing business. As we say, stocking business in KINNERNET is a bad taste. This is a place to exchange ideas, to show developments. It's a place for product people. It's a place for technology people. I don't know, somehow some lawyers were able to infiltrate, but at least he has another dimension, so we will forget it. If you're a lawyer, pretend that you are not a lawyer and talk about products, talk about ideas, etc., etc. Of course, like in any other society, what any two adults are willing to do with mutual consent is their business. So if you want to talk business with somebody, take him to the bushes over there and do it privately in the bushes. This is not the place to do heavy marketing and heavy pitches of businesses. This is part of the magic. In addition, so these are the rules. These are very small rules. I forgot any other rule. And if you follow this rule, it will be very pleasant. Now about the format. So we said we have the talks, and you write them on the board. Please don't take 2 slots. There are more people than slots. Taking 2 slots and leaving somebody with no slot is not regarded to be a nice behavior. If the board is full, try to get 2 or 3 people who are dealing with the same topic, aggregate it to one group and let other people the ability to go and show things. Other than the talks, we have a number of other activities, and what we are going to do now at the rest of the evening, first, Ignacy will ask the directors of the other activities to come and tell what they are doing. Among the activities is the Midnight Cooking Madness that you heard, the Gadgeton, etc., etc. And after Ignacy will finish to introduce the directors of the activities, Roberto will run what we call a preview, and this will be a chance for each one of you who has an idea of a token or an activity that he would like to do to come over here and in 45 seconds promote what he's going to do. And I wish all of you good time and enjoy yourself and get the maximum out of the event. I would like to thank our host David Grebler, who really accepted us with all heart to his beautiful home, and I hope he will join us tomorrow. Did I forget anything? Anybody think about something that I should have said and I didn't say it?
Keep the times.
Pardon?
Just keep the times when you have to finish.
Yeah, to keep the time. When you have talks, you have to finish it at the time. If you didn't finish the discussion, go to the grass, continue with it. You cannot continue to occupy the room because it creates like a domino collapse. So at the time, leave the room. If you want to continue the discussion, go outside and continue it outside. Yes, please.
Hey, thanks to Gerard for the organization.
Yes, thanks to Gerard for the organization. Come over. I think we should thank him on Sunday to see if he delivers, but we will give you an advancement. Okay, so Ignacy, thank you.
Now we will explain about the general activities. The first activity that will be explained by Tobias about cooking madness.
Yeah, basically I have the honor to be director of Cooking Madness. As you might have heard, there are some paellas in the room already. So we have 10 teams tomorrow, 10 chefs, we have sous chefs, who are cooking our food. If they wouldn't do it, we wouldn't have nothing to eat. So be very grateful about it. We will start tomorrow in the evening. Once you see the tables running up, you can join and help cutting and preparing everything. And as far as I've seen the recipes and the different influences from different countries, I think we will have a great food experience here. I think we have shakshuka. I know Yossi is a big fan of shakshuka, like every Israeli, I think. I think you might, it might be a relative of you. So, might be a family recipe or something. All the chefs I didn't contact yet, please contact me to have some final information about the logistics. And I would like to actually have you now give an applause to all the chefs who are going to be awesome tomorrow in their heart in the booth and make us
Maybe each chef announce very shortly what is the dish that he's doing, so we will whet the appetite of the people. Chefs, come front and tell us what you are doing.
So all chefs just come to the front.
Okay, I'm gonna do the typical Italian dessert, tiramisu. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm going to do fideuà, which is a typical Catalan dish, and also I think I'm going to do a salad, a French burrata salad.
Hi, I'm Johannes, and it will be all about these. So from lamb, pork, and some other stuff with some olives, and it's tough, it's roasted, and I hope you like it. And was pretty so.
Hello, Jackie again. There will be a good competition of dessert here. I will prepare the marshmallow crispies. A great dessert. So if anyone wants to join my team, we're still open.
I'll be cooking rigatoni alla matriciana.
Hello, Carsten again. I will do a typical Bavarian dish which is called Oberster, which consists mainly of cheese and has to be cooked. It's just squeezing and putting some herbs inside, and that's all what I can do.
I am doing a chicken mango curry with rice and the fan.
Yeah, and well, she's really the chef, but I have brought from my innovation trade show I have been last week in Milan, a product from a startup who is innovating in creating very nice products like pasta from seaweed. So I have some samples to share with you. I'm afraid maybe there is not going to be for everybody, but at least we can try a little bit of it.
My favorite dish that my mother used to cook is migas. Unfortunately, not cooking migas because it's too complicated. But in the south, where I was grown, they cook them with a bunch of things. So they are always served with like peppers and a bunch of other things. And one of the things that goes along with the migas is an orange salad. It's made out of orange and onion and some olives, and it's delicious. So I'm gonna be doing that.
Hi, we are the paella team, but there is the chef. We are not the chefs. The chef is the great Ignasi Belda, which is the Valencian Sir Belda, which is our inspirator and our leader. But anyway, I think we can share some.
I carry the beers for the rest of the week, so come on. We'll be doing two kind of paellas and he's actually well.
We are going to do two paellas, one with a lot of shellfish and squid and all this kind of stuff, and the other one is going to be done with salt-cod cauliflower and potatoes, and rice, of course.
You said your wife has a restaurant, right? Where is she? So what do you think about this meal for an evening? As a restaurant owner, what do you think about this kind of meal?
It's very controversial, so I think we're going to have enough food for everybody. So it's from all over places, so I think it's going to be great.
I didn't tell you, you all have to cook like double the amount you put in the Okay, thanks to all of you. I think we have to eat.
Now Cecilia will explain about
Hi, here again, Cecilia. Super excited to organize Ignite this year. Have anyone of you guys heard of Ignite conferences? A few of you. Have you guys been to an Ignite conference? Okay, so Ignite is a super quick 15 seconds, well usually it's 20 slides, 15 seconds, although advanced presentations, and we're going to reduce it this year and make it 15 seconds, like as if it's not challenging enough, right? 15 seconds, 15 slides. We're talking about less than 4 minutes presentation each. There will be 14 presentations this year, and the topic this year is going to be on futures. So we're going to talk about future of food. Of course, we are, right? Keon's looking at me like, God, you owe me a presentation, by the way. I know, there are a few of you, like I said, I will come after I have my second drink when I am even more drunk. But anyway, so the topic is on the futures, future of food, future of health, future of space, future, making your own future calendar, so on and so forth. It will be here. This Saturday is going to be the last event of the conference on Saturday at 8. I think it's going to be here, right? Jadad? Ignite will be here, right here. So looking forward to all of you guys showing up. You guys have any questions? Come talk to me.
Now Libor will explain about Gadgeton. That will be the activity after this presentation.
Okay, Gadgeton is the art of presenting your favorite gadget. So you get to stand here and just show off your favorite gadget. That's it. You just have to, show what it is about your gadget that you love, and it can be pretty much anything. Entertain the crowd. We've got at least 8 or 10 different gadgets that have been registered, so should be fun. Get your wine beforehand.
Tomorrow there are 3 activities in the morning. One is a walking tour for the Costillera. It will start in the hotel, 9:45 and will be a bus, and the people that is interested in this activity who will be able to go to this beautiful walking tour to the Costa Brava. Second, you will be drones by Ernest Mendoza, and will explain a little what he will do tomorrow in the morning.
Hello. Later on, I'll show you in the Gadgeton one of the drones that we've taken. Basically, what we're doing, we will have a racetrack, so we'll be actually measuring times with the competition, and then we have another drone that is equipped with virtual reality glasses, so it's almost like flying. You see from the sky. I'm scared of heights. It's the closest it's really amazing. There were only, I think, 22 seats for the workshop. If someone has missed it because it doesn't have space, don't worry, we're going to be here for 3 days, so anyone that wants to try will have a chance.
Everybody can choose the activity or whatever of these activities for tomorrow. Drones activity will be here. Okay. The only that will start in the hotel will be the walking tour. And later also tomorrow will be 3D printing with Marcio that will explain a little here also.
Hey everyone, so as it's a non-conference, I want to do something different about the presentations that we do, and I want all the people in this workshop to be able to have an idea, make it into a real context. We'll give them the tools to generate a G-code through the printer. We'll bring a chef, a really enthusiastic chef that will bring a few prepared ingredients, and the others you will have to come up with the idea how to merge them. So basically the workshop will consist on you having any idea that we can transform into a G-code and design it, and then you'll have a final recipe. So we'll probably divide it into groups and make a sort of healthy challenge into different contexts, ingredients, structures, one in the oven, one as a pastry, one as a starter, and come up with 3 different 3D printed foods.
If you ask, we like to explain something also.
Very briefly, we brought some virtual reality goggles. So if you guys haven't tried it or want to try it again, we're gonna have some of the content that we produce. They're gonna be somewhere around the house, hopefully for both of the days, so you can just go there and test it out.
Finally, Roberto.
Before Roberto, we forgot, Ignacy, one very important thing, and this is Overwolf. Who here played Overwolf in the past? Raise your hand. Werewolf, not a werewolf. So there will be at the living room after the Gadgeton a werewolf game, but we need a moderator. Who is willing to moderate the werewolf game? Many, of course. Many. So you will moderate the werewolf game, and it will be at the living room once the Gadgeton is ending. Now, Roberto will do the preview.
Yeah, thank you, Yossi. I'm only concerned about one thing because, as the veterans know, this is, the big moment to violate rule number 2, which is limit your oxygen consumption. But here is the time when you can consume a lot of oxygen, and the fan, which is supplying additional oxygen, has been turned off. But hopefully we can manage. The veterans should be forming the line already over on this side to explain, give us a 45-second or so preview of their talks.
Anybody who wants to tell what he's going to talk about, stand here in line.
Over here.
Over here.
People like Vanessa, Sri should be lining up there, Mandy. And those of you who come on, from the line. And those of you who haven't yet crystallized your talk, you'll have a few minutes to crystallize your and just this is not a a legal commitment, so you can always adjust as we go along, and just let it flow. Sri, you want to get us started?
All right, so I'm talking, I think, on Saturday about digital health, wearables, IoT, and how collecting all this data about you, your body, your environment, how it can be used for good and also how it can be used for bad, and what security and ethical considerations that raises, especially when you think about all this information is useful to insurance companies who may have put a price on your life. So just because you have great technology doesn't mean it can go unfettered. So join me for a discussion about the technical aspect, but also the ethical aspects of measuring everything about you and your body.
Hi everyone, as I told you before, I'm a specialist in breaking bones. So this is a very attractive activity. As you can see, my legs are just all broken. And one of the key activities that we do in the company that we built is to regenerate bones. So I won't talk about the company, and we'll talk only about regenerating bone. In the first talk tomorrow, top left of the board. And the main trick is to explain you, to provide you insights in what is a dental implant and how we regenerate bone below it. Because if you don't have a dental implant yet, you will probably very soon. I'm sorry for it. So feel free to come and learn about dental implants, bone regeneration of what's below the dental implant. Thank you.
be doing a workshop about the energy in the body, the female and masculine, yin yang, and we're going to be doing a meditation in movement to balance it. And after that, I hope that we create some nice discussion about how we can collaborate as men and women instead of competing in collaboration. Thank you.
So tomorrow afternoon I'm going to talk about the experience we have had in our company where we have been able to take a drug, a compound from the university to have it in clinical trials, in phase 2 clinical trials in the top centers here in Catalonia and in France with just 2 million equity. And when usually you need around 20 million to get to this stage. And we are going to explain how this has happened. It was an accident. We found that really nobody wanted to invest in our company because it was so innovative and not going in the mainstream. But finally we have even signed already an agreement with a Chinese company, and now we are about to sign another agreement with another company.
The Strange Adventures of a Heart Hunter, abstract photography project in the streets.
We're going to do a session about the future of laborers and robots replacing people. And as you know, you think you've got a job, but it's all temporary and transient. And you need to figure out what you're going to do when the robots take over.
Hello. All right, so before, when we first got here, I went a little bit too deep talking about aliens and ancient megastructures and Egyptian stuff, and some people said you should talk about it, and I mistakenly put it on the board, so I won't be doing that, because Esther had a way better idea. So we're going to be doing a debate on humanity versus the future, and she'll explain the rules.
If you want to participate, so the thing is, we will start with a question, non-easy question. And if you want to participate, you can go and just listen. But if you want to talk and debate, first you will have to repeat what the last person said. So we all are in the listening mode instead of the thinking and invading your thoughts. Okay, so that's our debate, humanity versus technology. And who knows if it's versus or not.
In sort of the true KINNERNET spirit, our talk just came together in the last 45 seconds, so it's not very well planned. It's going to be more of a discussion. The title is The Future of VR and Psychedelics. So there's two different topics. So part of it comes, 70% of what you're actually seeing right now, your brain is recreating. It's not real. If your brain actually processes 100% of what you're seeing, it'll probably fry. So want to talk about that, want to talk about psychedelics, and we also have with Nico have a very crazy vision of where we think VR is going in 10 years, and we'd love to share our vision and see what people think and sort of punch bullet holes into it. So hope you come and enjoy.
Hi, I'd like to invite you all to join a discussion a bit different to the rest in that I want to talk about low-tech. So low-tech solutions, which are a passion of mine, whether they be using solar energy, water pumping, construction, food, cooking, etc., that rather than use all the wonderful high-tech, use new materials and new knowledge that we have to do low-tech and to do it in a cheap and sustainable way. So I invite you all to join me to discuss that. Thank you.
Hi again. Who of you were born in one place and now live in a totally different one? So I invite you all to talk about identity, because I think this is a subject that we don't give enough thought, but still it's interesting of how we tell stories about ourselves to other people, how we understand our own story towards ourselves. So this is going to be more of an untalk. I'll just give you maybe 3 lines of things that I have thought so far, and I would like to hear your opinion. Thank you.
Hello again. I thought that with the marketing before I had enough, but after seeing all these presentations, I think I need to do a bit more marketing on the presentation, because I just hope that it does not go with some of them. But the good thing is that apart from seeing this microscope that we told you, we are going to show you, I think you will have the opportunity to see through the mobile phone how the Alzheimer plaques can look like. So maybe you know someone with Alzheimer and you can see them alive, and also other kind of different things that I'm not going to show just to keep it a bit of a mystery, but hope to see you all to Legolish, the microscope. Thank you.
All right. So I've heard all these great ideas, and I think it's amazing with all the energy. But all the ideas also has to come to an actual implementation at some point. And as a CTO and an engineer, I always struggle to find the right technology for the right project. So I thought it would be interesting to actually discuss how do we efficiently build scalable technology that can support all these amazing ideas. So if you're up for it, I would think it would be cool if we could discuss the new technologies that are going to carry us into the future and how we will actually implement stuff.
Good evening. My name is Manny. We're going to talk about the future of hacking. I'm going to teach you how to be a hacker in 2 seconds. You will not be able to hack anything, but you will feel like a hacker. We're going to go into the darknet. We're going to talk about cybersecurity and all the latest hacks. Maybe I will do some demonstration. Tomorrow, at some point, it's on the board. Just look my name. There are many bells in. Yeah, thank you.
Good evening. So we are a group of 3. Our idea was, some people have actually generated music from your body. Our idea is a different one.
Okay, so the thing is that we were in the swimming pool this afternoon, that's the true thing. So we just had this crazy idea of using some biosensors to detect anxiety, and then to generate automatically music to get to realize yourself if you are into an anxious state.
The idea is that by producing music with your bio data, get you a feedback on your state of mind, no? And see if this can have potential to live like less stressful lives.
So if you think you can contribute to the idea or take the idea further, please come to our session on
I would like to have a discussion on something we started a couple of weeks ago, which basically builds on the fact that we're all trying to build the future, and we're all excited about the future, and the future is coming faster than ever. So it's probably worth thinking about the future we want to build. And I haven't seen any pictures of a really desirable future that we want to have, that we're working towards with our projects. So we started putting kind of like a manifesto on GitHub and for everybody to work on, and I want to have a discussion about this. Thank you.
Hi, I'm gonna talk about esports. I'm gonna tell you what it is and discuss with you whether esports is really a sport.
So who's almost ready or about to tell us? Because maybe a show of hands of those of you who are considering presentations, but they're still... Noam, for example. We can pick on you, right? So we'll give you a few more seconds. Monty. This is the last call. Anybody after Noam? Well, in any case, I'll share mine. What I think will be mine. I'm interested in other species, and understanding them better, connecting to them better, maybe developing more direct connections with them, being able to converse with dolphins, for example, that seems to be not too far. And I'd be very interested in getting a group of people that have this similar inkling and maybe have had some interesting insights in this sense over the past year, past few months. So I think that'll be mine. No, your turn. And Monse, I believe you're also cooking something. So
in my university, I created a non-profit where we motivate people that we think are creative, clever, etc., to think on social issues that people are not used to think about and how to find a different solution that no one has thought about. So that's like the main goal of the non-profit we created. And we thought with Mark that maybe doing a small game with enigmas of some social issue that people are struggling with that you might not be aware of could be interesting to make you think a little bit.
Thanks. ¿Alguien más? Yep.
Okay, so I'd like to have a workshop with a few people, if you want to come, about people achieving their greatness. And, I'm going through a bit of a journey myself, and learning and reading a lot about it, and I work in the recruitment space now. And I think, independently of the sector where people work in, there are some common denominators that make people achieve what they're trying to achieve. And what I would like to discuss is what we think those are, and why there are certain people that are not able to get there. So that's basically the workshop I'd like to have. Thank you.
Okay, well, lots of stuff. It's going to be tough to pick. And one last call, if anybody has something else that he or she would like to promote unabashedly, like Yossi would say. Taking advantage of this opportunity to break rule number 2 and use lots of oxygen. No? Joan, you? Oh, okay.
Roberto,
yes.
We need somebody to undertake to prepare and run PowerPoint karaoke.
Well, this is the ultimate experience, especially for first-timers. So you should volunteer without thinking further. Any volunteers for PowerPoint karaoke? The name says it all. You don't need any more information. There's one. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, that's a binding commitment. Please talk to Limor and many right away. Okay. Yossi, anything else that we're missing?
Ask the crowd if we're missing.
Crowd, are we missing anything? Suggestions? Questions? Alcohol. Oh, we'll see about that. Apparently somebody's been consuming alcohol, like where is that? So there's evidence of alcohol not too far away. But